Khamis Murad has been a fisherman all his life. For 20 years he lived in Gaza and worked in Israel, making a living selling his fish. But 2 years ago the Israeli authorities stopped giving him the permit to leave Gaza. Now he has no income, no job and no options.
My situation is very unstable. Everybody used to say I was the best fisherman. I used to catch hundreds of fish, and now I don't have enough food to feed my children. I can't fish in Gaza because the Israelis restrict us to a tiny area.
The Israeli authorities started applying increasingly tighter restrictions on Palestinian workers crossing from Gaza into Israel after the start of the Second Intifada in 2000. But in the last year and a half, a complete ban has been put on all workers from entering Israel through the only point at which they could, the Erez crossing. It's contributed to a situation where unemployment is now at its highest level and over 80% of families live under the poverty line, according to a recent study. Only a few humanitarian cases have been granted entry permits into Israel in the last 2 years. A few years ago, over 30,000 Palestinian laborers from Gaza used to use this crossing point to get into Israel and work. Now the crossing is completely close to them. And while the world concentrates on the food and supplies that can't get into Gaza, the other unfolding tragedy are the people that can't get out. The only other way out of the Strip for Palestinians is the Rafah crossing leading to Egypt, but that's been officially shut for almost a year. There are a few lucky ones that get given visas to travel abroad, but the cruel irony is that they can't get out of Gaza to get to the airport, and the worry is their visas will run out before the crossings open.
I
am a postgraduate. I have a lot of experience in my field, but there are no jobs here. Because of the siege, I've been forced to leave the country as soon as I'm allowed. There are many like me.
Palestinians here are effectively trapped under an Israeli siege in a place where even the most basic food items can't be bought anymore, and where the drastic shortage in fuel and medicine makes life near impossible. But perhaps the hardest thing for people like Khamis is the realization that there is no way out, and that the brief feeling of freedom he used to enjoy out at sea every day, he may never have again. Sherine Tadros, Al Jazeera, Gaza.